life is, as it is, teaching humanity its true power, revealing the possibilities that we have, those possibilities that reside within. To embrace this, to embrace life, to embrace what is, the isness, is the true path of the enlightened being. For one can hide and worry and fret and hate. These things, these emotions, come up in all sorts of ways. But the bottom of that is fear, to be afraid. Fear not, for I am. I am that which is. What is that? It is the very presence of life, the very power and light of this existence. And when you know that, not just believe it, but know it at the very core of your being, you have something that others don't have. Oh, it's available to everyone, but few are there that hear, and receive, and understand, or accept. So when you, within yourself, accept the full force and power and knowing of your being, you are the master of life. There's no other master. You are the master of life, of your existence. Oh, it takes courage to be the master. Because the human nature is to place the responsibility on someone else. Let them do it. Let someone else do it. But that's a state of powerlessness. That is giving away what you are. So now in these days, with what's going on in the world, it's more important than ever to know yourself and to know deeply within yourself what you are. You transform energy. You can say digest the things around you. And in this awareness, you have a great digesting system. So it is our power that we embrace now. And now is important most of all because the world is wrapped up in fear. Fear is the slayer of peace, of presence, of possibilities. So to move beyond that, to really know in yourself that you have something that is very transcendent of the world and things around you. Knowing that within you, we could say a secret power. You have a secret power, like a superhero. So we could say, be the superhero that you are, you see. For we see around us people are in fear and doubt and resistance or attachment. They see their way of life being diminished. Perhaps it is the consciousness that is just saying, time to reflect upon yourself and what you are. To dig deeply within yourself to find your source of power. It's not outside, it's within. Healing comes from within, transformation comes within, all of it. You could say it's an inside job. We see the outside world is living in fear and resistance or attachment. And those are the enslavers of being, of self. To live a transcendent life, to go beyond those appetites, those fears, those doubts, those attachments, is true freedom. Freedom from the outside. For we live from within, not from without. We live from within. Within ourself is a reservoir of strength, knowledge, wisdom, knowing. And when we bring ourself present, those things are accessible. You may not be aware of them. For most of the time, people live outside of themselves as the other. But now is the time to live within yourself. Be the resource of transformation from within yourself, of power from within yourself, knowing that you are the power. Yes, you are the power. You are the power to rise above the fear of the world around you, the conditions of the world around you. You have the power, you are the power of transcendence, to move beyond where you've been and create a new space of possibility and awareness. We use the problems that surround us, that come into our life, and see them as stepping stones, steps of ascension, ascending within ourselves into a higher place of awareness, of knowing. The view gets better the higher you get. I'm not talking about drugs. I'm talking about life, presence, beingness, isness. Life is the drug of choice, you see. It is what we are. And if we can live beyond the confines of fear and anger and jealousy, those things are like millstones that hang around your neck, holding you back. Cut yourself free from that. Realize it has no authority over you. And then you begin to see yourself as something new, fresh, revitalized, energized, moving beyond where you've been into where you're going. We're always in this state of movement. Even when we're still, we're moving, you see. And you have the ability to move in a way that is life enhancing, fulfilling, and exciting. This certainly is not a boring path. We don't sit around chanting, hoping. We are active. We are active in being present with whatever is. That's the challenge now that we face. There's a great buggy-boo illness out there that's scaring the patooties out of everybody. But you need not fear. You keep your frequency, your awareness, center point, right in the center of knowing. And you keep that awareness. We're not denying. We're not even resisting. We're simply being in our true power. A power of transcendence and illumination. It is divine gift of the cosmos, bestowed upon all beings who are receptive. And I've noticed that in a state of crises, beings tend to be more receptive because the old ways fail. Their patterns don't work. So now is the time to take advantage of a higher possibility for life, for existence, to live beyond the fear and the separation and the doubts, to move into your strength as a true being of consciousness, a true being, real, not make-believe. Most people live in more or less kind of fantasy, always wanting, hoping, wishing, but not knowing. When you become a knower, when you know, everything is transformed and changed. You cut through the foggy beliefs and concepts, the fog of the mind that paralyzes and cripples. And you're healed, you're transformed. You move to a greater height of awareness and connection with what is. To be in this isness, to live constantly in this isness, is an opportunity for you. A transcendent opportunity to see beyond the appearances of the world around you and look to the actuality of what this is. Asking yourself constantly, what is this? What is this? What do I do with it? And when you are honest within yourself, your true self comes forth with an answer, saying what's possible, showing you what's possible, moving you into what's possible. Now that is an ultimate power, an ultimate gift, a superpower perhaps. For we are super beings when we live in knowing. We are super beings when we have found our true self. For our true self is super, is magnificent and transcendent and all-knowing and all-accepting. Doesn't live in fear or doubt or separation. Doesn't that sound like something that would be good, worthy of your attention? To apply yourself to that possibility, to know it is true, to feel it within yourself, to abide in the peace of this understanding. For you are the presence of love and peace and harmony. For that is all traits that come from within. It doesn't come from outside. It comes from within. So we can see that the conditions of the world now, these things that are happening now, are forcing people to be still and listen to themselves. So we can say it's a good thing. It's a good thing when people stop running and become still within themselves. Because that is the place of knowing. The knowing is within you. It's not outside. It's within you. And when you can embrace that, you live in the knowledge of being the truth. And that is very transcendent of the things around you. You become elevated to a place of superior wisdom and knowing and understanding that is beyond the reach of fear, anger, and separation. Doesn't that sound like you? It should. I don't like to should on you, but this is the time to rise to the occasion of this possibility, to use it, to empower yourself into a deeper understanding and awareness of the cosmos, of the law that is life. Be aware. Embrace the possibilities. Live beyond fear and separation. Use the silence and the aloneness to uplift yourself into a place of light and love and awareness and compassion beyond fear, but in the very heart of a new reality that you create moment by moment from within yourself. It is all an inside job, really. It's from within. It's not outside. It's within. That's the place of power. And when you center yourself in the place of power, you become invincible. Really, you do. Maybe not in the way of the world, but in the way of self. Through the connection of what this is. This space is everywhere, waiting to be embraced by all, everyone that is willing to take that kind of step. To be that is the power of this life. The choice that you make to be all you can be each moment. To love and live in compassion. To see the suffering that's going on around us. To have compassion. But stay in the place of peace within yourself. And realize that the power is within. Know that beyond all other things. And you will live a life of example of what it is to be a real human. A real human. Living life, moment by moment, step by step. That's what we are. That's what we're doing. There are no obstacles to the one that knows life, moment by moment. My love and my compassion abide with you to uplift and encourage and to allow for more light into your life. Thank you for being a part of this space. And live within it as your true self. Be at peace and live in harmony with your beingness as it is.